In the NFL, a lot of the time we talk about keys. Keys to winning. In the NFL, you need a few things. You need a good GM, a good head coach, good quarterback. The Jacksonville Jaguars, check. They're good to go. On offense, when you talk about offenses moving the football, there's a few more keys. Again, do you have the quarterback? Check. The Jaguars have that. Do you have playmakers? Well, the Jaguars do. They have a good quarterback, good running back, and excellent receivers. So, again, the Jaguars are set there. Then you get around to protection. Do you have an offensive line that can keep the quarterback upright, keep the team moving down the field? For the most part, I think the Jaguars are actually in okay shape there. And their offensive line has sort of been the focal point of a lot of the criticism of the team's offense because we know they have great weapons. They have a great quarterback. Travis Etienne looked excellent last year, fumbles aside. The offensive line is sort of the center of most of the critiques of the team. So I wanted to focus a little bit today on what the offensive line can do better and sort of the evidence behind that. All right. So a few statistics that we need to look at, and this is going to be a little bit stat heavy. So bear with me on this, but Trevor Lawrence is an excellent quarterback, and there is an asterisk here, when he's kept clean. So in a clean pocket, Trevor Lawrence threw for 25 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. That's counting the postseason in 2022. 25 TDs, 5 interceptions. That's a 5-to-1 ratio. That's really good. When he was under pressure, 5 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Really not good. His yards per attempt goes from 7.4 down to 5.4. Again, really not good. So Trevor Lawrence struggles when he's under pressure. Well, the next thing to look at then is the offensive line keeping him upright. And actually, at least according to PFF, the Jaguars rank 10th in 2022 in pass blocking. So the offensive line is doing its job, for the most part, keeping Trevor Lawrence upright. So if I'm a defensive coordinator looking at the Jaguars, the way that I'm going to attack the Jaguars is by getting after Trevor Lawrence, knowing that he really struggles as a young quarterback. And a lot of young quarterbacks do, but he really struggles under pressure. He goes from being a top-tier elite quarterback to being very mediocre when you can get pressure around him. Here's the thing about the Jaguars' offensive line. They pass block pretty well. Top 10 in the NFL. Run blocking, though, they were ranked third to last by PFF. Third to last. So the way the Jaguars' offensive line actually gets better this year is focusing not on keeping Trevor Lawrence upright in the passing game, but it's actually opening up room for Travis Etienne, Tank Bigsby, or whoever else ends up lining up in the backfield and gets the football and running, because what that does on first and second down, if you're the Jaguars and you can run the ball a little bit, you're forcing the defense to not only commit more to defending the run, but also in those play action attempts. You're going to get the linemen, the linebackers to just sort of hold for just a split second. And that's going to allow Trevor Lawrence to have clear throwing lanes, have less traffic around him, and he'll be a more elite passer if that happens. And that brings us sort of to the elephant in the room when it comes to Cam Robinson's suspension, Walker Little stepping in, some pieces moving around on that offensive line. How quickly and how well can this unit gel together in the run game, and for that matter, the pass game? Obviously, you don't want to see them take a step back because that's going to obviously have a negative effect on the entire offense as well. So it'll be interesting to see if the unit can gel together quickly, as sometimes offensive lines can, or is it going to take a little bit of time? Will it take Cam Robinson coming back? Because I suspect what's going to happen is if the unit plays really well without Robinson, then I think the Jaguars are probably going to just move on, whether that means trading him now, later, whatever. I think they'll move on from Cam Robinson at that point if the unit plays really well without him. But if they struggle, they'll probably need to plug him right back in, and hopefully that will fix some of those issues that may crop up from that suspension and from shuffling pieces around. It's going to be fascinating to watch. That's going to be kind of the unsung heroes of every offensive unit. Watching the Jaguars' offensive line work both in the run game and the pass game, that's going to be the key to whether or not this offense can achieve its sort of high aspirations, because playmakers, coaches, the quarterback, all that's in place. The one question mark I think that remains for the Jaguars offense in 2023 is that offensive line. Can they get better at running, and can they at least stay the same, if not get a little bit better in pass blocking? As always, we want to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about the Jaguars offensive line going into 2023. Like, share, and subscribe while you're down there. And of course, YouTube will give you a few more videos for you to watch, and I'll see you all in the next one.